Chocolo Roberto here for another video review. It's a very special one. It's the new Galaxy Minstrels Mini Eggs. Crispy shelled Galaxy chocolate eggs, it says. Wow, yeah, look very nice. And it's such an obvious idea, isn't it, as well? Galaxy Minstrels, basically like a sort of UFO shaped sphere with Galaxy chocolate covered with a crispy sugar shell. And of course, why not just make that into an egg shape? And that's what they've done. Yeah, brilliant stuff. Great stuff indeed. Yes, thanks Andrew Winter for putting me onto these ones. I didn't know about them. Only available in Co-op that I've seen so far. So you have to go to Co-op to find them. But there we go. I'm sure they'll be available elsewhere at some point, but there we go. So Galaxy Mini Eggs. I've done Mini Eggs in the past. They do truffle Mini Eggs as well, truffly centre. And they've done one of the enchanted eggs in the past as well. They were spray painted with like a pink or rose gold, I think they called it, you know, to look like rose brown basically. It didn't quite work because the chocolate in it was coming through. And they had ones before that, I think had crunchy, I think those ones might have had crunchy honeycomb pieces in as well. But there was ones previously that were gold. I do a crunchy honeycomb piece as well, I believe, and if memory serves me correctly, could be wrong. Yeah, now we've come back sort of, I don't know, back to basics, I guess, and it's Minstrels Mini Eggs, and I quite like the idea of these ones. And I do love Galaxy chocolate. It's a lovely creamy chocolate. I'm not really a fan of creamy chocolates normally. Belgian chocolates and things usually a bit too creamy for me, a bit too sickly, and I don't know, not what I want from milk chocolate. But Galaxy, you know, it might be, I don't know, it's more mainstream, I guess, but certainly ticks the boxes for me. And there we go. That's what we've got here. So yes. 80 grams, Galaxy Minstrels very nice. I need to re-review those as well. And Galaxy counters, not reviewed them for a long time. I need to do a re-review of them. But there we go. Pleasure worth sharing, it says. Is that their new, is that Galaxy's new slogan? It used to be why have cotton when you can have silk. But there we go. That's what it says now. Pleasure worth sharing. Maybe it's just for the sharing bags they say that. Those ingredients, it's got palm fat in there, something to bear in mind. Milk chocolate contains milk solids 40% minimum and cocoa solids 25% minimum. Milk chocolate contains vegetable fats in addition to cocoa butter. So it's vegetarians. Reinforced certified cocoa. UK only. Recycle with bags at large supermarkets to recycle at home. But in Republic of Ireland, when you see, basically when you see them side by side, it has the ROI, Republic of Ireland instructions. It says you can recycle them at home. So why can't in UK? I don't know. Get in touch, not happy, stuff like that. Mars Wrigley. 80 grams, and yeah. And here you go. So per 100 grams, 465 calories, 20 grams of fat, 12 of which are saturated. So quite low on the 550 scale that chocolate pots tend to have from my experience reviewing on this channel. And per 40 grams, which is half the bag, 186 calories, 7.9 grams of fat, 4.7 which are saturates. So you just got to double that basically for the for the whole bag. So what's that? 172 calories, 50.8 grams of fat, 9.4 which are saturates. If I've worked that out correctly, hopefully I have. Alright, there we go. Alright, I don't think there's much more to say then really. Looks very nice. Don't be quite excited for these. I'll say Galaxy Minstrels are very nice. Galaxy chocolate's very nice. Mini eggs are always a good idea. So, yeah, surely these are on to a winner, but we'll give them open and find out first what they look like, and then we'll give them a taste after that. So, let's move stuff down, give them open. Okay, everyone, okay, going to these new Galaxy Minstrels Mini Eggs, and open, and why not? Crispy shelled Galaxy chocolate eggs. Alright, so let's get into it. So, time code about 1,200 views, so if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to not done so already. So I can put it to place for me reviews, what's some of the latest ones, which is other Galaxy chocolate reviews, other mini egg reviews. Anything else I can pick up, so if you like to subscribe, go check this out. I can do this too. Apologies for the noise there, quite a loud one there. Alright, so here we go. So here's the eggs themselves. So how many have we got first, just before I forget to do this? They do look like Galaxy Minstrels actually. I must say the colour, you know, does look very reminiscent of them. So only 13 basically in the bag. But they are pretty big eggs. Some of them are chipped, as you can see there. Bit of a shame, but they look pretty good, don't they? They look pretty nice. So they do look like Galaxy Minstrels. It doesn't look like, you know, they're only Minstrels in name only just because they basically got Galaxy in a sugar shell. They do look like Galaxy Minstrels. So pretty impressed with that. Yeah, so there we go. And then they seem to be relatively uniform as well, don't they? Sure, they're not exactly the same, but they do look uniform enough, which I think is good, although you would expect that really, because I mean, let's face it, they made the chocolate to be the shape it is, and they just cover it in a sugar shell, so really the only, you would say, the only variance would be in the sugar shell coating. And even then you'd say it would be quite controlled, you would have thought. Presumably, I don't know how it works, it's just all white on the inside and you just colour it brown or something, I don't really know. Interesting. But there we go, right, we'll give a bit of a quick measure for what it's worth. Alright, we'll zero that up. Okay. The height, roughly 2.3 centimetres. Width at the roughly widest part, about 1.9. Around 1.8. There we go, yeah. Alright, interesting, there we go. Alright, give them a chop if we can, if it's really worth worth doing this, but quite a thick shiny outside, I'll have to be careful. Let's explode and go everywhere. Just my finger there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I managed it. Okay, so you can see what we're up against there. It's that nice looking shell on the outside. Actually, looks pretty good, doesn't it? That white shell. White inner. So you can see it is, I'll say white, and then they've coloured it presumably on the outside. Yeah. So that's why it's got that sort of mottled look, I think, which looks quite nice though. Worked out quite well. And I guess the sugar shell, it does stand to reason it would be white. There we go, yeah. Not a massively interesting smell coming from it, I must say. Maybe a slight chocolate smell as you get really close to it with your nose, but it's nothing too dramatic. But yeah, it's like a lot of chocolate. Assume it's just Galaxy chocolate. With a nice crispy shell, as you'd imagine. So, but does it taste like that? Let's find out. And lift myself up and taste it. Let's do just that. Okay, everyone, okay, we're going to these Galaxy Minstrels Mini Eggs. A taste, crispy shelled Galaxy chocolate eggs. Yeah, and they're new as well, of course they're new. Right, so we've got one here. I'm quite looking forward to this. Basically Galaxy Minstrels, isn't it, really? But just in an egg shape, which, you know, why it took so long to do it, I don't know. But here we go. So quite excited. Let's give it a try. Yeah. It's basically what you think it is, Galaxy Minstrels, but slightly bigger. Now, are the proportions as good? I think I do like Galaxy chocolate. I do like Galaxy Minstrels. I'm thinking really the proportions of a minstrel are probably a bit better, to be honest with you. I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's still nice, but I feel like having more crispy shell to chocolate in the ratio, I think might be a bit better. But it's very minor, you know. But yeah. But I feel like it gives you more opportunity to assess the chocolate in these. Right, Galaxy chocolate is really nice. I feel like in this case, it's a bit more apparent that the chocolate... I'm assuming it's the same chocolate as Galaxy, but it doesn't taste that way in this. I think because the sugar shell maybe just interacted with it. Or I don't know really. One of those. It doesn't quite taste as good as Galaxy would do on its own, basically. And it's more apparent in this. When you have just regular minstrels, I think the ratios are just a bit better, really, than these ones. I feel like it's just too much chocolate for the sugar shell in this case, and it's just apparent that the chocolate isn't quite up to the standard you'd want from Galaxy. Whereas when you just have a minstrel, it's more about the crunch, and the chocolate just accompanies the crunch. Whereas in this case, it's more about the chocolate, really. So not bad, but they're disappointing, I think. They're still quite nice, but I don't think it's going to blow you away. You know, I feel like, yeah, it's just, I just don't feel they work quite as well as minstrels, basically. The proportions just aren't quite as good. But, it's still nice, it's still lovely chocolate. But I think but because there's more of the chocolate, it's more apparent that it's not quite, you know, I don't know. It just doesn't really come across as nice as Galaxy on its own does, basically, for whatever reason that is. And it's just more apparent in this case, whereas I think in minstrels they get away with it because of the proportions being more about the sugar shell. And that, you know, and you just don't get the chance to notice that the chocolate perhaps doesn't quite work as well with it as much, you know, because the proportions are just more suited to what the product's trying to achieve. Whereas in this case, as I say, it just seems a bit more chocolate focused, and it suffers as a result of that, really. So interesting one. It's still nice though. It's still very nice. I'm not really getting much of the strength of the Galaxy chocolate, and I think that the crunch of the sugar shell as well is probably the reason for that. You know, whereas as I say, when in the Galaxy Minstrel, it's more purposefully sort of tailored to be that size, to sort of give you more of a crunch experience with a bit of chocolate on the side, you know, while the chocolate's still nice in that. It just seems to just work a bit better. Because this one, as I say, you're kind of left with the chocolate in your mouth a bit longer, a bit more time to appreciate that it doesn't seem to quite work as well. So it's an interesting one. I still feel like it's nice, but as I say, I'm not getting the Galaxy experience from it. I'm not really getting the minstrel experience from it either. So it's a bit of a funny one. But still good, as I say, but I think for me, probably 3.5 out of 5. Still nice, but I think I prefer either Galaxy on its own or minstrels, basically. But it is a limited edition product for Easter. It is one of those, but yeah, there we go. Alright guys, let me know what you think of these ones. Yeah, do you prefer minstrels on their own or Galaxies? Or do you prefer this mini egg version? What do you reckon? Let me know. Leave a comment of it. Always great to hear from you. Always do best to reply. Thanks for watching guys. Take care. Bye for now. See ya.